Ethan Hale had survived mergers, betrayals, and a childhood that taught him silence was safer than trust, but nothing tightened his chest like the small folded note his assistant quietly slipped onto his desk that morning. The handwriting shook slightly, as if written in urgency. He opened it, his heart lurched. Your fiancée isn't alone. They're waiting outside. For a moment, the world tilted. The city skyline blurred beyond his office window as years of discipline cracked open. He had not heard from Lily in months, not since the night she disappeared without explanation, leaving behind a ring, a letter that never answered a single question, and a wound he'd stitched shut with work. Why was she here? And worse, who was they? The assistant who saw too much. Maya Carter stood frozen at the doorway. She was the kind of employee who never overstepped, who handled chaos with gentle competence, who noticed things Ethan didn't even know needed noticing. But today, her voice trembled. Sir, I thought you should know. Ethan tried to steady himself. Who told you? No one, she said softly. I saw her in the lobby. She wasn't alone. She looked scared. Maya didn't say the rest, that she saw Lily shielding a small child behind her. Ethan didn't hear anything after that. He was already moving. The reunion. No one prepared for the elevator doors opened to a memory he'd tried to bury. Lily Hamilton, the woman who once made him believe love wasn't a business risk, stood at the center of the lobby. Her eyes widened when she saw him, and for a moment, everything they'd lost hung between them. But then he saw the child. A little boy, maybe 3 years old, clung to her coat, dark curls, wide eyes. A face too familiar to ignore. Ethan froze. Lily stepped forward, tears catching light. Ethan, we need to talk. Please. His voice was barely a whisper. Is he? She nodded. The ground beneath him vanished. The truth she ran from. They moved to a private meeting room. Maya discreetly brought water, then slipped out without a word, her heart pounding for reasons she couldn't explain. Lily took a breath. I never wanted to leave you. I didn't lie about loving you. But when I found out I was pregnant, everything changed. My father threatened to ruin you. He said if I married you while carrying your child, he'd sabotage your company and drag your reputation through the mud. Why didn't you tell me? Ethan asked hoarsely, because he wasn't bluffing. You were about to close the biggest deal of your life. You had waited years for it. I couldn't let him destroy everything you built. Ethan leaned back, gripping the edges of the chair. So you let me believe you didn't want me anymore. I thought it was the only way. Her voice cracked. And when he cut me off, I realized how wrong I'd been. I raised our son alone, hiding from the media, from my father, from you, because I didn't know how to come back after what I did. The child hid his face in Lily's shoulder, his son. Ethan's son. Everything inside him trembled. The challenge that changed everything. Before Ethan could form a response, his office doors burst open. Lily's father stormed in, fury etched into every step. You think you can walk into his life again, he thundered. You think I'll allow my grandson to be raised by someone like him? Ethan stepped in front of Lily and the boy. Enough. This is between Lily and me. And you don't get to dictate our lives anymore. Her father scoffed. You're blinded by emotion. She's unstable. She ran. You can't trust her. Lily flinched. Ethan's jaw tightened. She ran because you cornered her. Because you used fear as a weapon. But she's here now, and I'm not letting you take this moment from her or from me. Her father tried another tactic. If you pursue this, I'll tear your company apart. Maya watched from a distance, breath held. Ethan had spent a lifetime building his empire. But now, faced with the cost of losing his son again, the decision was effortless. Do what you want, Ethan said quietly. I'm choosing my family. Lily burst into silent tears. The aftermath. And the Heilinger father, realizing he'd lost his leverage, left in furious disbelief. What followed was not a sudden happy ending, but the beginning of a difficult climb. Lily struggled with guilt. Ethan struggled with trust. Their son, Noah, was shy, confused, and fearful of sudden noises after witnessing years of conflict. Maya became an unexpected glue in their fragile rebuilding. She handled Ethan's schedule so he could attend therapy sessions with Lily. She arranged meetings around moments Noah needed his father. She helped prepare statements to the press when Lily's father leaked the story. Ethan began spending evenings at a small park, where Noah finally reached for his hand one sunset, the first silent acceptance. Lily watched from the bench, covering her mouth with trembling fingers. The night everything changed. One evening, after months of gradual healing, Ethan found Lily standing alone on the balcony of his penthouse, staring at the city lights. I thought I'd ruined everything, she whispered. I was so sure you'd never forgive me. Ethan stepped behind her, voice steady. Forgiveness isn't a moment. It's a choice we make every day. And I'm choosing it, because I love you. I never stopped. She turned, tears falling freely. I'm sorry, she whispered. For all of it. He cupped her face gently. We start again. Together. For the first time in years, her smile felt real, the inspiring message, and ending months later, Ethan and Lily held a small ceremony, nothing grand, nothing public. Just them, Noah, and 2 witnesses. When the vows were exchanged, Noah tugged at Ethan's pants and whispered, Daddy, can I hold your hand now? Ethan lifted him into his arms. Family, the one thing he once believed he was too broken to ever have, was finally real, and Maya, standing quietly in the corner, remembered the morning she slipped a trembling note onto her boss's desk. She had no idea it would change 3 lives forever. The message of their story was clear. Sometimes life breaks you to rebuild you stronger, sometimes love disappears only to return when you're finally ready to fight for it, and sometimes all it takes to change everything is one brave step, or one small note.